You had this project Exopolitics. As far as I could see, that there is no such organization in Russia. Am I right? I could not find. Well, I found, for example, in Germany, I'm in touch with Robert.
Yes.
The head of this Exopolitics Germany.
Robert Fleischer.
Yes, yes.
He has an excellent website, Exopolitics Germany.
Yeah.
I don't think, I set up the Exopolitics World Network way back in 2007.
Mm-hmm.
There's about 30 countries that have a portal site. I don't think Russia has one. I think somebody may have tried it and went down. Exopolitics is still the term that should properly describe the history of the engagement of governments in this issue, with all of its political implications. But the term has kind of fallen back a little bit. It's not in play much anymore. It will come back, right? Right now, the key terms are disclosure, the formal acknowledgement by heads of state, the truth embargo, which is the policy of containment, and so forth. With respect to Russia, no, there is not a significant there's not an advocacy movement in Russia on this issue. There are plenty of people interested. Russian people are very interested. And over the last 50 years, many high-level people in your space program and in your military, Air Force and Army, have spoken to this issue. It's not hard to find. If you Google it, if people Google it, they can see. And I would recommend that they go to the work of Paul Stonehill. Number of your astronauts, such as Marina Popovich and 4 or 5 others, have made some pretty strong statements about this. And they have not been, how would you say, they have not suffered, I think, any consequences. Overall, the Russian government and the Soviet government was not close to this. They had other things to deal with, of course. And we also know that the Soviet government actually got into psychic research before our government did. We followed their lead. And so the Soviet government was exploring a lot of extraordinary things. And so that is the case in that regard. But obviously, the history of Russia and the transition from Soviet government to current government was intense. And it's understandable that the extraterrestrial issue was on the back burner, certainly for the people. They've had many struggles. They've had to go through a lot of changes, but they've made extraordinary progress. Moscow is an amazing city. It's just like any other major capital in the world. And eventually, I think you will. Well, the interest is there, and I think that the Russian people will respond very intensely should the Russian government decide to be more vocal about this and engage this issue directly, which is something I hope will